Alright everybody, hello and welcome as always. I am Sean, this is In The Mixer. It is Boxing Day in the real world. We're past Christmas, heading now towards 2020 at breakneck speed. Episode 14 of our episodes, of course, that's a horrible sentence and I've clearly nailed this introduction, so why not just jump straight into the game? And as it loads up, we've got about, I think it's 6 or 7 games left of the league season. We currently sit in first position, but some massive games today. We're going to play Hyde, who are currently in second spot, a couple of points behind us. If they win and other results don't go our way, we could potentially drop down very quickly. But you can see here, 5 points clear of Hyde in second spot. We're going to play them in the first game today, and then in the next one, we're actually going to play Stafford, who are currently sitting in third position. So 2 massive fixtures for the end of the season. If we can get 6 points in this episode, and I know I said it in the last episode, we're going to pretty much set ourselves on the way to another league title and back-to-back promotions, which is what we want to see in the early years of this series. Following off from that last episode where we played Kendall with a good 3-0 win and then lost 2-0 to Spennymoor in the FA Trophy, not forgetting Spennymoor, 2 divisions above us in the Vanarama North at the moment. We then lost 1-0 to Mikulova in a frustrating game in the League Cup quarterfinals, so we're out of that competition as well. No more cup competitions, just focusing on the league. 3-2 win over Lancaster, a 3-1 defeat to Skelmersdale, who are proving to be something of a bogey team for us. Skelmersdale and Prescott, the 2 teams that have beaten us twice in the league this season. Before a good 3-0 performance against Redditch, a good 2-1 win against Hebburn, they only pulled back a late goal. And a commanding 5-1 win over Felixstowe, who are actually one of the sides that beat us early on in the year. Good to get revenge in that one, but we want to continue this good run of form that we're having in February, carry it through into this game and carry it through into the match against Stafford. The further we get with this 5-point gap, the better off we're going to be. Looking at the squad, the biggest issue that we're facing at the moment is that we've got so many different players that are getting bids put on them or that are wanted by other clubs. We're just trying to hang on to players. We're just trying to hang on really until the end of the season. Only player signing, I think, since the last episode, Michael Donoghue, right winger, 24 years of age, 2.5 star current ability, 4-star potential. I've previously used him at FC United. He's a beast in the game when the game starts, because I think he's only like 21, 22. Fantastic player, everything you could want in a winger. Check him out if you get the opportunity. And we pretty much brought him in as squad depth, but you know what, we might actually give him a start today ahead of Levan Brandy, who's been in decent form, but we do need to try and rotate, keep everyone as fit as humanly possible. Enough from me though, let's jump into the game and go through the 2 lineups. We, of course, are in our 4-4-2 shape. The one thing that we've changed consistently throughout the season is when things aren't going well for us, we try to push the wingers forward a little bit, make it more of a 4-2-4. At the moment, we're doing quite well with the 4-4-2 shape with a flatter midfield line. We're going to continue with Vucevic in goal, D'Souza and Walker as the 2 fullbacks, Pruti and Chima, the ex-Burnley juniors, as the central defensive partnership, Sharif and Hunt in midfield, Aris on the left wing, Donoghue will play, of course, on the right, and Omprion and Phillips up top, continuing to work on their pretty fantastic partnership. They've got some good players, Hyde. They've got Rahman here on the left wing, 20-year-old ex-Preston junior, has been with them for a couple of seasons now, 73 appearances and 18 goals in that time. Pretty fantastic for a player they would have picked up as their teenage youth player. Joel Logan on the left wing, another good player who's also been around FC United, a few other clubs in and around the Vanarama North at national level. Looks to be a decent player still, despite dropping down a few divisions. We've got Christian Hill at left back, looks to be their leading assist getter, good technical ability for the ex-Burnley junior. Thackeray in the back line, Chris Thackeray looks to be a solid 33-year-old centre back. Fitzpatrick, Ellis, Moore, an ex-Everton junior on the right fullback spot, and Etheridge in goal, who looks like he's ex-Derby. So they've got some good players here, they've got some young players, and they've definitely been trying to pick up free transfers, similar to what we're doing. Young players with high potential. We're going to passionately tell everyone, or we're going to assertively tell everybody to pick up where they played last time out, that fantastic win against Felixstowe. But as we know, anytime you reload the game, anytime you jump back into your fixtures, anything can happen. So hopefully we can carry that form on. If we don't, I'm not going to be horrifically shocked by it. We know Hyde are a good side. Long ball forward here. Hunt's knocked it down. Phillips tries to play it out right, but Christian Hill with a ball forward. Back to Vucevic in goal. Long clearance towards Aris. Good header, knocks it back to D'Souza, looks for the ball in the channel. Omprion should get goal side. Can he find the finish from the angle instead? Puts it straight at Etheridge in goal. And the scoreline remains 0-0. Hunt with a deep free kick towards back post. Pruti is in the area and just heads over. But it looked like the line was good, just missing the far post. D'Souza with the ball now from the throw-in. It's cleared away. Hunt will recover. Plays out to Walker on the right-hand side. Can we work the overlap here? Finds O'Donoghue. Just needs to square it back up. It was a poor ball, to be fair, but Harris has done very well. It pinballs around, and then Ellis hacks it away for a corner. Donoghue got into that good space. Just had to try and roll the ball back across to the penalty spot. Didn't need to hang that one up in the air. Corner comes in. Nothing doing. D'Souza should recover, and the highlight comes to an end. We're statistically on top 30 minutes in. We've had most of the shots, a few of them on target as well. We're going to use our shout in a moment. Ball with D'Souza now. We'll just see how this one plays out. Aris lets it run. Back to Moore. All the way back to Etheridge in goal. Switches out the other side. O'Donoghue should get the ball. Sorry, just Donoghue. I don't know where I'm adding this O from. Tongue. Back to Hill. Tongue again. Back to Fitzpatrick, but Phillips cuts it out. Sheriff looks for the ball over the top for Omprion. He's got goal side. Can he find the finish from the angle? Manages to keep it in. There's a cut back there if he picks the right ball. Finds Hunt, whose first time strike is straight at the keeper. Now we use our get creative shout. 10 minutes to go. Can we turn some of this pressure into goals and have a lead to defend in the second half? Logan with the ball now. Hangs one back stick. Chima heads it away. And as far as Rahman, cuts it back to Tongue, who gets the strike away. And against the run of play, it felt like his 5th goal of the season. It was a good strike, to be fair. And fair play to Hubbersul. Rahman did very well. Got his head up. Found the cut back. And the first highlight really that we've seen from Hyde is the first goal. It's a poor header away from Chima. Doesn't put it into a good area. And Tongue, just first time of asking, smashes that one into the roof of the net on the far side. Be difficult for any keeper, let alone one at this divisional level. Throw in here, D'Souza to take. Forward to Omprion, back to D'Souza. Into Sheriff. D'Souza again. Sheriff exchanging nice little passes. Ball in behind for Omprion. Can he square it up? Instead he goes to strike from the angle, which is just the bane of my existence at the moment in this fucking game. There's strikes from corners and wingers and whatever else. Ball spills in the box and the referee has given a free kick. Chima's picked up a yellow card, so we're already going to have to keep an eye on yellow cards in the second half. And at half-time, we're going to goal down. 10 shots, 4 on target, 45% possession. They've had 2, 1 and 55. We're going to fire the rocket aggressively, show a bit of desire, boys. And we're going to tactically move to our more attacking structure, pushing the wingers on a little bit further forward. And hopefully we can find a bit more space in behind. Hill with a deep free kick. Sheriff should bring it down. Plays it forward first time to Donoghue. Square to Hunt. Out wide to Walker. Don't do anything silly. Gets a deep ball in towards backstick. Aris is there. Great save from the keeper. Etheridge in goal for Hyde. That is fantastic work to keep that one out. Hunt with a deep free kick again. Getting towards the hour mark now. Prudy with the header. Back post. The 3rd goal of the season for him. And pretty much all of them, I'm going to assume, are back post headers from deep balls like that. It's a lovely weighted cross here from Hunt. Puts a ball into a dangerous area. Keeper couldn't come. And Prudy gets enough power on it that Etheridge tries to keep it out and can only push it into the side netting. We've got an immediate highlight here again. It's pretty much straight from kickoff. Ellis with the ball out to Logan. Similar combination here to where their goal came from. Prudy with a good header. Sheriff knocks it back down to Prudy. Out left to Aris. Got men running off the shoulder here. Looks for Hunt, who's made a good overlapping run. Can he find the finish? Tries to go for power, and Etheridge is equal to it. Pushes it over for the corner. We've got a short corner routine loaded in, but I think Hunt's going to go direct. Looks to hang that one near post. It's headed away. Sheriff nearly recovers the ball in the box. Played forward to Turner, who turns on halfway. He's gotten goal side of his man, and that weird transition between the fullbacks swapping sides cost us a little bit. Prudy with a good header away. Walker needs to get there first and does. And thankfully, out for a goal kick. All right, now go on. I don't want to do anything risky. I don't want to go down to 10 men. Even though Omprion's struggling a little bit, we're just going to sub the 3 players off that have yellow cards. We're going to passionately tell them ability to make a real difference. And now go on, Old Faithful, our get creative shout. A couple of players responded as inspired. One is pressured. Hopefully that one doesn't make any defensive mistakes. Ball into the corner here. It's hacked away. Taylor recovers in midfield. Tries to send Roberts in behind. Gets back on his right foot. Finds O'Donoghue back. Oh, O'Donoghue. Why do I keep adding that? Oh, Donoghue back post for his first goal of the season and first goal for the club. We'll check this one out in 3 dimensions. It's a good hold-up play from the substitute. Taylor, lovely weighted pass in behind. Sends the fresh legs out to the side. Roberts hangs it back up that far post. And Donoghue, with a very acrobatic, kung fu looking kick, smashes that one into the back of the net. Throw in here with 15 minutes remaining. D'Souza clearances away, but Sears should tidy up. Looks for a ball in behind to Phillips. Great touch around the defender and a fantastic pass into the back of the net. He's going to be ruled offside, but he did everything he could possibly do there. Plucked it down out of the air. They've got a corner. Hill to take. Ellis back post. Vucevic with a very good header. Does very well. Is the highlight going to continue? Long ball forward. Omprion. We have got 2v2 if we work this correctly. Roberts recovers the possession. Looks for Omprion into the channel. He's in a wide area. Goes for the strike himself. Phillips is going to be offside again. So second goal we've had ruled out for offside in a 5-minute period. But at least we're getting in the right spots. At least we're on our toes. Into last 10 now. We're going to use our demand more shout. Just to give everyone some focus through to half time. And as the clock winds down, there's going to be 4 minutes additional time added on. We haven't seen a highlight in a little while though. Last one here. I think we're going to scramble this away through Walker. Is the referee about to call for the full-time whistle? Ball into touch. They've got a throw in here, so a little bit of late drama, late opportunity to try and get a ball in the box. Get tighter to Pratt. And thankfully, Prudy gets the ball away. Phillips is going to turn on halfway, and the referee calls full time. What a performance. What a win. Good come from behind victory. Statistically all over him. 18 shots, 10 on target, 47% possession, 9, 4, and 53. Eden Prudy and Michael Donoghue getting the goals in the second half to put us on our way assertively, brilliantly to come back and win that, boys. Well done. Just keeping morale as high as humanly possible as we get towards the end of the season. And then hopefully, fingers and toes crossed, anyone that gets contracts offered from other clubs, if they're happy at our club, they might reject them and want to stay. Does see us go 8 points clear at the top of the table, and if Stafford, if we can get past them, we're going to go even further forward. FC Isle of Man in control as Tigers brushed aside. Liam Tongue got the Man of the Match award. He did score an excellent goal. And North Shields boss Bill Stevenson was seen at the bowl looking at a few of our players, Louis D'Souza being the main one that he's looking at. All right, we've got a full 7 days until the game against Stafford. Magic of editing, we're going to jump forward to that now. And just like that, we're a week ahead. No changes to our lineup. We did manage to find the win, so we might as well go with the same lineup in this one. They've got a decent-ish looking side. Corbett here, I think he's an ex-FC United player. Looks to be a solid-ish left-back / central defender option. They're playing him in centre of defence. Lucas Perry, ex-Luton Town, left fullback. Alex Ray Harvey, 30-year-old winger or central midfielder. They're playing him on the left wing. Jake Charles, who I think is a player, he rings a bell for some reason. I can't remember where I would have heard that name before. Ex-Huddersfield Junior looks like a decent number 10. They're playing him a bit deeper. Bailey Jones, their leading assist grader on the right-hand side. 27-year-old winger. Solid crossing, dribbling stats, so we're going to have to keep an eye on him. Ex-Manchester City Junior, who's also played at Wrexham. So they've got some good players. We're still going to have to get past them. They've dropped down to 4th spot since we spoke a moment ago, but passionately we're going to tell them. Keen to avenge what happened last time out. I actually don't know what that result was, but I'm sure it would have been a win to them, given that it's come up with that prompt. All right, we've got an early highlight. Hunt has the ball. The clearance is poor. Chima recovers. Goes all the way back to Vucevic in goal. Got time here. No need to rush anything. Goes long ball forward. Omprion was in the area, but Sharif manages to recover from the rebound. Aris skins his man. Tries to cross it early. Price recovers the ball. Plays it forward. Chima cuts it out well. Ball into Phillips. Corbett plays the ball over the top. Chima nearly gets the ball back in. Phillips tries to poke that one home, but it was a good save, to be fair, from the Stafford keeper, who manages to push it out for a corner. Aspinall is his name. Hunt with the ball in. Phillips again with the header, and Aspinall again does very well, gets himself across and holds the ball. In other games, we will start keeping an eye on them. Hyder playing Wimborne, who I think Wimborne we drew with and then beat earlier this season. So away from home, see how they get on. Ball pinballing around back here. Hunt recovers in a good position. Omprion does very well to get around the man. Can he release the pass here? Said he goes himself down the middle and pretty much drives it straight in Aspinall. Maybe could have worked that one better. Played a 1-2. Tried to find some space to release the man. Corner to be taken now. Hunt, deep one in. Prudy backstick, who's scored so many times that we've seen in episodes lately from backstick, but that header was poor, just over the crossbar. Ball into Price, all the way back to Lennon. Looks for the crossfield switch. Donoghue should cut it out. The header's not that great. They immediately recover possession. The press isn't terrible, but Perry looks to switch across the field. And out to Bailey Jones on the right-hand side. Steps inside, plays it to Burnett. Striker dropping very deep. Lennon plays it forward. Aris has now recovered the ball. Looks for a ball in behind for Phillips, who has gotten goal side. Can he find the finish? Puts it straight at the goalkeeper. Aspinall made himself big. He's playing a good game so far, the Stafford keeper. Keeping the minute. But we know 1v1s are pretty poor. Hunt with the ball towards front post. Chima with that just over the crossbar again. So we've had a lot of highlights, but no end product so far in this game. We're heading towards the half an hour mark. Let's use our Get Creative shout. Hopefully we can try and inspire a few. Most have responded positively, but we've got to keep an eye on this knock that Aris has picked up, these yellow cards that were already accruing early in the match. 2 minutes to be added on. We're through most of that now. Referee calls half-time at 0-0. 7 shots, 4 on target, 56% possession. They've had 3, 1 and 44. It worked last time out. Let's aggressively say not happy, and let's tactically go and switch to play a little bit further forward. See if that pushes us in the right direction. Aris is on 70% possession. We'll probably give him 15 minutes. And then we might look at bringing on a sub and seeing how we go from there. Harvey, deep corner. Aris heads it away. Donoghue tries to flick it on. Probably could have let that one drop and cleared it. Harvey again. Backstick runner is Arbour. Good save from Vucevic, and Burnett knocks it back in. I think he's going to be ruled out for offside from the initial cross. He has indeed. The referee has bailed us out there. Perry with the throw-in on the left-hand side. Harvey back to Perry again. Looks for a long ball over the top. Chima with a poor header. He had a man on. Instead he gives it straight back to Price. Burnett. Price looks for the ball over the top. Charles is goal side. It was Walker on the far side keeping him on. And they've found the 1v1 finish. Jake Charles with his 8th goal of the season. Devastating counter-attack. It's just a poor defensive line. Watch when this ball comes over the top to the midfielder. It's just the right fullback, slow getting out. And he's playing everyone on side. You can see him here. And Charles just has to walk that one pretty much in. The recovery run's poor as well. And it's not a bad finish. Maybe Vucevic could have done a little bit better. Coming out a bit early, made himself a bit bigger. But if we're going to win, we're going to do it coming from behind. Aspinall on the out. Long ball forward. Good header from Chima, but it falls to Bailey Jones. Looks to release into space. D'Souza with a good tackle. Back to Vucevic in goal. Hunt should be able to bring it down and turn. Instead, he plays it long to Prudy. Pretty good switch out to the right-hand side towards Donahue. Can he get the ball across? Omprion's in the area. Great header from Sammy Omprion. 12th goal of the season. And a wonderful assist from Michael Donahue to restore parity at 1-1. Give it a couple more minutes. We'll check this one out in 3 dimensions. Give it a couple more minutes before we look at subs. Prudy with a raking ball. Maybe the defender could have done a bit better there. Donahue goes around him once, then just stands up, hangs the ball towards the penalty spot, and Omprion peels off the shoulder of the defender and heads that one into the far corner, or near corner, however you want to look at it. Highlight here, Parker to take a throw in for Stafford. Back to Parker again, into Price. Looks for the ball in, Chima should recover. Looks for the ball over the top for Phillips to chase. He's got a few men around him, just needs to slow down. Plays Donahue. Donahue looks for the switch out to Ara, so he's struggling a little bit. You see him moving gingerly. Backstick run towards Donahue. And the header just over the crossbar. Let's have a look at these subs. We can take off Aris and bring on Cole Roberts, who did pretty well when he came on in the last game. And as far as match ratings go, Louis D'Souza struggling a little bit, so we'll bring on Connor Seymour. And we'll bring on Will Taylor for Abdi Sharif. Donahue's playing well, and I trust him a little bit more with the yellow card than I do the others. So let's passionately tell them, looking for you to make the difference. And let's also use our Get Creative shout. We might as well go after it, try and get the win, try and seal the league title in today's episode. Throw in now, Seymour to take, played to Roberts. Seymour. Switch out towards Phillips, who knocks it back across for Roberts again. Can he release down the middle? Hunt's made an excellent run. Strikes from distance, hits the post. It's going to fall to Omprion. It's a good save again from Aspinall in goal, and they managed to scramble it away. We are turning the screws here late on. 10 minutes remaining. We're going to use our demand more shout. Just try and give everyone some focus. Keep our foot on the gas. Go after it a little bit as the game wears on. 3 minutes to be added on here. We haven't had a highlight in a little bit. And I dare say the referee has called full-time. A 1-1 draw. Not the best performance, but not the worst result either. 15 shots, 9 on target, 54% possession, 6-3 and 46%. Let's just tell them they were unlucky. I'm not going to get too down on them. Let's calmly tell the defence, you were just unlucky, and just try and keep them happy. Our defence is the biggest area for improvement, I think, next season, and that may not necessarily be down to those individuals. It may be tactically. We have to have a look at what we're doing and how often we're catching balls in behind and stuff like that. We are still 6 points clear. There's nothing to panic about. 34 games played, 4 remaining. We're probably just going to come back and do the last game of the season against Runcorn Linnets. Maybe I won't tell you how we're doing in that game and what the scenario is, unless it's like some crazy need to recover points during that period. But I think that's the episode we're going to bring you guys tomorrow. Close out our Christmas week against Runcorn Linnets. Close out Season 3. Do a little bit of a season review and figure out if we're going to be playing either Bet Victor Division Premier, I guess, or Division North Premier. I don't know what the actual next division up is. Or if we're going to go into the playoffs, which will bring you over the weekend, or if we're going to remain in this division if everything goes absolutely horribly wrong and we drop out of the playoff positions entirely. I don't think that's going to happen though. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you are enjoying the holiday period. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please do so. It does keep you up to date on videos as they're released. Of course, if you're enjoying the series as well, you can drop a like on this video. Please, the YouTube algorithm or whatever it is that everybody says. You can follow us over on Twitter at @InTheMixer_FM and keep an eye out for our regular Twitch Sunday night streams, twitch.tv/InTheMixer_FM. More than anything though, guys, thank you so much for watching. That's the part I appreciate the most. I've been Sean, and I'll see you all again in the Mixer.